I found the coin. Now, I also have a letter from the captain's widow alluding to her husband's urgent eastern voyage. I have a sailor's log on an Atlantic clipper who swears on a stack of Bibles he saw a great iron beast steaming 2 miles off the African coast. Now, what kind of man tries to take a ship like that across the ocean? Why? How? I don't know. But I plan on finding out.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
This is Cheapseat Reviews.
Hello, and thank you for listening to Cheapseat Reviews, the podcast that explores the Hollywood film industry for the greater good. This is episode 123, and today we're talking about Sahara, 2005's Sahara. I am Sean Allred, and joining me tonight is Andrew. Hi, how are you, Jimison?
Hi, how are you?
I'm well, pal. How are you?
I'm well, thanks.
Okay. That's the most we've ever gotten out of him out of an intro.
I'm impressed.
Yeah. Corny, don't drink the water. Logan?
I'd like to thank you for that intro there.
Oh, God.
I think I'll take my shirt off now.
I'm not sure. I think you're supposed to be doing Bill Clinton, but it kind of sounds like...
Oh, sorry. Let me.
Matthew McConaughey a little bit.
Oh, sorry. That was a bad one. Let me.
All right.
I did not have sexual relations with that boat. Who am I kidding? Yes, I did.
And of course, the Bill Clinton reference is for the the 1 second that it's on screen with them with that bad Photoshop. Did you like my Dave Matthews reference?
I did, actually. I was actually very happy with that.
Yeah. And Sam throws like a girl vector.
Oh, well, I have something to confess.
Okay.
And that your last vehicle I did a Panama with.
Oh.
Just so you know.
Panama?
Yeah.
Oh. Why do you call it a Panama?
Well, I can't remember.
We were in Nicaragua. Why do you call it Panama? We thought we were in...
that may or may not come back later.
Okay.
All right, cool. Let's pull up a comfy chair and dive into this movie. This is, like I said, this is 2005 Sahara. Matthew McConaughey stars. Steve Zahn is in this movie. If you don't know what this movie is, hopefully Andrew has something to say about it. After he unmutes himself.
Yes, I do.
Hi, how are you?
Sorry.
Hey, Andrew.
My
You
gosh.
know, it flashes at when it's muted. You would think that one would even...
After 23 episodes of you having been with us now, we think
love it.
you'd be ready for this kind of thing.
All right, here we go.
And we're back.
Yeah, we're back. Master explorer Dirk Pitt goes on an adventure of a lifetime of seeking out a lost Civil War battleship known as the Ship of Death in the deserts of West Africa, while helping a WHO doctor, not confused with Doctor Who, or that could be a WHO doctor, which is also a World Health Organization doctor, who is being hounded by a ruthless dictator.
You would think that they would have put periods after the W-H-and-O to let people know that it was an acronym for...
We're just screaming the word WHO.
Yeah, it's literally that's what it looks like while helping a
What
WHO
movie
doctor.
was it that had Doctor Who was portraying a WHO doctor?
What?
What movie was it? It was the Brad Pitt movie.
Oh, yeah, it was World War Z.
World War Z. That's right.
It was very meta because he hadn't become the next Doctor Who yet.
Yeah.
So people didn't know that yet, but yeah, he was a Who Doctor Who. Anyway.
We are now better confused.
Yeah. Thank you, Andrew, for those kind words.
You are quite welcome.
2000, like I said, 2005 Sahara. This movie.
Some of us pronounce it Sahara.
Oh, do we really? Who says that?
I'm sure there's somebody that does.
I say Sahara.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Get the.
Are you going to be mad at me for saying Sahara?
Extremely.
Yes.
You're really? Okay.
No, I'm not. Really. I don't care.
Here's a strange thing that I've noticed about people, right? So if let's say that the English language, like it's become commonplace in our vernacular to say a word wrong, right? Okay. And then that one person comes along and says it right, everyone thinks they're pretentious. Have you noticed that? It actually is. That's the example I was going to use. It's actually encyclopedia, but we all say encyclopedia, and if you say encyclopedia, you're either presented as pretentious or just stupid.
Mosby, yeah.
Yeah. So.
Or you're Balky from what's that show back in the early '90s? The character from Beverly Hills Cop, the art guy. I know it's a long time ago. Actually, it was 122 episodes ago.
Right. I don't know. You talking about the skinny dude, the guy that didn't want to break the rules?
Oh, I cannot do it.
Right.
Encyclopedia.
Okay.
You could say it that way.
Yeah. Anyway, so Andrew says Sahara, and I say Sahara.
Let's call the whole thing off.
Nice. So as soon as this thing was streaming, I threw it on the list because I'm going to kind of do my intro before I get you guys have an opportunity to do yours. But this movie is kind of a weird guilty pleasure for me.
Oh no, I'm right there with you. But we'll talk about it here.
And we certainly will. And I am actually super excited because when I watched this movie again, it was one of those movies where I took a lot of notes, but it actually goes against what I normally do because when I take a lot of notes, usually it means I didn't like it. But I think it's just indicative of not being a great movie. But I had so much fun. So I'm really looking forward to hearing what you guys have to say. Unless, of course, we all just agree that it was a fun movie and a good time, then maybe this might be not a very fun episode. But, Andrew, your initial thoughts, sir?
Okay. I don't like this movie.
Oh.
You don't like this movie, is what you said?
I do not.
Okay.
Steve Zahn or Zahn, however you say it, is, I don't want to sound pretentious, is...
Steve Zahn. I think I've heard people say Steve Zahn. So.
He's the only part of the movie that I even remotely like. And he's pretty funny, but even his "Hi, how are you?" got a little old after like 4 times.
Right.
But I don't know. I started watching it, and I've seen it probably 2 or 3 times before, and not like because I want
to. Oh, Andrew, Sam.
It was okay back the first time, but. I don't know. The other times I've seen it, she's been watching it, and I've just kind of been in the room, or it was on cable or something, and we caught bits and pieces of it. But it doesn't keep my interest, and to me, I don't know. I've seen it before, done better. I don't know.
Okay, we missed part of you.
Fair. Yeah.
Skype hiccuped for a second, so I missed part of what you're saying, but I think I got the gist.
And the biggest issue, and I'm right there with one of our listeners, I don't like Matthew McConaughey.
Oh.
Okay.
Or McConaughey. I don't want to sound pretentious.
All right.
It's funny.
I think that's the title of this episode, by the way.
No.
I've heard several other people say McConaughey.
McConaughey.
Wow. Numa guy. Wait, Numa. The group's named Numa.
I was gonna make a joke about that later on, but I figured now's a good time.
Wow, it's so meta. Oh my gosh. The first video that broke the internet. That was back in like 03, 04.
I thought it was Charlie Bit My Finger.
No, that Charlie Bit My Finger was like no, that was Carowinds time. That's 2010.
Oh, no.
Yeah, 2009. Anyway, Corny, you're up.
So, I don't think I can do that. I enjoyed the hell out of this movie this time. I enjoyed the hell out of it the last couple times I watched it. for me, it is one of those simple adventure movies where ridiculous things happen, and you've got the couple of inside jokes between Makana Hikalakamawa and Steve Zahn, and that makes it funny for me. The whole Panama bit, while it wasn't necessarily delivered great, it's kind of one of those things where you hear about something happening between two friends, and obviously very weird situations. So things like that made it fun for me. I wouldn't say this is a great movie. I think I don't think IMDb ranks it very well, but I think this is a fun movie. And you may not want to watch it, but I think it's fun to keep playing. And I don't know if I would rent this movie if that were the only option I have. But if it were on and I was just nearby, I'd certainly watch it. Keep my attention for the 2 hours and 4 minutes that it did.
All right, cool. Sam.
Well, I have to do first a big caveat to this, in that I've probably read over 30 of the Clive Cussler books that include Dirk Pitt. And so I've got a lot of book background on this. And believe it or not, the book pretty much goes exactly along with this movie. It's adventure. It's kind of hijinks between Dirk and Al. It's just a fun ride, and I think the movie did very well with that. There are some nasty problems with this movie, however. There are some issues that I'm sure we'll regurgitate here in the next few. But I had a heck of a good time. The first time I saw this, I had a really good time revisiting it. I'm kind of with Courtney where, I won't seek it out, but I'll certainly watch it if it's on. I think it could be a better movie, trimmed by about 30 minutes, maybe. But otherwise, it's a heck of a lot of fun, and it remains true to the spirit of the books of, getting them into situations and getting them out. And, pretty much they are wearing those special bulletproof 3 feet around them magic vests or something type of thing. But
plot armor.
Plot armor, yeah. But I love this movie. Have a lot of fun, and I tell you, I'd watch it again if I could. So anyway, how about you, Sean?
Okay. Andrew, since you're the only one that seems to not like this movie, I'm really going to need you to defend your case. Don't let us just kind of walk over you.
Oh, yeah.
Because I generally really like this movie a lot. I don't really know why. The Steve Zahn character, I love. Like, I want more of him in movies. And I kind of get why he's not in movies. He has one shtick, right? He's
goofy.
Yeah, he's the goofy sidekick. He was the goofy sidekick in Saving Silverman, and he was this, and
oh yeah, he got typecast very early on.
Yeah, he did. He was the goofy. He was the comic relief in That Thing You Do. So
I don't know what thing are you talking about?
The thing with when the drummer wears the shades. Why are you wearing sunglasses inside? I'm the drummer.
That thing you do.
So
it's actually very difficult to do. It doesn't really help.
I'm sure it is, yeah. So it's a testament that he was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
And the guy who plays the piano player in that movie, right? The old black man that plays the piano in that movie, whatever his name is.
Turned into a woman.
Delroy Lindo?
No, not Delroy Lindo. He's old. What, Sam?
Huh?
What?
I don't know.
The man who's playing when he's like in the studio, right? And then these guys like, hey man, why don't you play a little bit? And so they kind of jam out for a little bit. That guy's name is Bill Cobbs. His real name.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, he started drugging women.
Not Bill Cosby.
Oh.
Bill Cobbs.
Too soon.
Let's not besmirch the name of Bill Cobbs, who was a nice gentleman who I worked with on a film. So let's be nice there. Hi, Molly. Is there ever going to be an episode where she doesn't feature?
Probably not. She just likes to butt in. Yeah. She's a fame-hungry dog. Yeah. Yeah.
Why don't you throw a Pokeball at it? Keep her still.
I keep trying, but she dodges.
You know what? I was actually talking to somebody about this today. Since the Pokemon Go is now very relevant, and I'll be interested to know that if someone's listening to this episode 6 months from the date we recorded it, is Pokemon
still
Go
doing it.
it's still being played, or if
Or the world is taken over by,
yeah, or like the government's outlawed it because people are doing it while they're driving and causing accidents.
I
But
can't tell you how many people I've seen doing that around Hickory. It's
But-
crazy.
if you boil down Pokemon to what it really is, it's essentially cockfighting.
It is.
You
It
know,
really is. I
like-
made that reference today, and I had 4 people look at me like, get the F out. I was
Right.
like, but it's true.
Like,
I
people-
know it's virtual.
Yeah, people younger than me, they got mad. Like one of my students looked at me like, "No, it's not." And I said, "It literally is. Michael Vick went to jail for this kind of thing. You do realize that, right?" And they go, "But it's a cartoon." I said, "They're making animals fight each other." And then it's not like you then take the animal and heal it and like console it, and no, it goes back into a hole, like a ball, and then just its sole existence is to serve your beck and call and fight something else. Like, you do realize how wrong that is on a real level.
It's like a meta world piece for Los Angeles.
But it's a fun cartoon. I understand that, but I can't turn my brain off. Anyway,
Speaking of funny things about Pokemon, there's a video that has it's one of those cartoons, kind of poorly drawn cartoons, and it has Pikachu fighting like Venusaur, and so you've got the Ash kind of character. Pikachu used Thunderbolt Smack, that game, and
Right.
so it hits the Venusaur, and Venusaur's like, "Ow!" I mean, Venusaur, dude, that really hurt.
right.
But anyway, you should check that out. It's on YouTube.
No, okay.
It's quite funny.
Anyway, back to Sahara, which,
yes.
which features 0 Pokemon.
I don't know.
disagree.
Penelope
I
Cruz
disagree.
could be considered a Pokemon.
Really? Wow. You're going there.
Yeah.
Yeah, she had 2 Pokeballs that she carried with
Only
her. at
her
all times.
pronunciation would be.
I don't know what just happened.
I don't either. I don't know if you're being racist again or
Did
not.
you have a stroke?
So are you making reference to the fact that 1, that she's not attractive, and 2, you couldn't understand what she said?
No, I find her very attractive. She just has an accent that's hard to understand.
How could you not understand her? She's from Wales.
Remember Sam's our mexpert.
Like the under the sea whales, or
Oh my gosh, that would be great if she actually was from Wales. Oh my gosh, that would only make this all the more fun. No, she was not born in Wales.
oh,
Remember Sam's our mexpert. So
Yeah, he is a expert.
I know.
No, she's from Spain. So this might
I bet you. Is she related to Catherine Zeta-Jones?
no,
because she is from Wales.
you keep saying it like it's gonna be true, but
Yeah, it's just not.
that's weird. I don't know what you think.
But this
you know what
this
that
might
word
make
means.
some people upset, but I don't really find her attractive.
Get out.
I'm serious.
Well, you live here.
Who, Penelope Cruz?
Yeah,
Why is
No,
that?
I don't either.
I-
I never have.
Really?
I don't
I'm right there with you.
like.
If she came up to you tonight and you weren't married and said, "I
I don't know what's happening again.
I
You're-
would ask her if she's had a stroke.
Yeah, like, do we need to go to the hospital? Like, I can take you there. It's pretty close to where I live. I know the shortcuts.
Nice.
But if you were trying to insinuate that I would kick her out of bed, no, I would not.
Okay.
She has a smoking hot body. For 20.
Her face looks like a foot.
It kind of does. I've never found her attractive. No, I mean, I just don't.
I mean,
But that's okay, like to each your own, right? But I mean, anyway.
Yeah.
I'm not saying butterface, but
oh,
yeah, I'm feeling like really insensitive right now. And Jen, if you're listening, I'm sorry.
Very mean.
You're
Jeez.
the one that's freaking like being racist over there, Sam.
How am I being racist?
You just assume that anyone that has dark colored complexion is related to everyone from Spain or something.
No, she's got a Spanish accent.
Yes.
I was just gonna I kind of have to disagree with that because he hasn't called me a cousin of Catherine Zeta-Jones
Well,
yet.
yeah, but you don't have an accent.
Oh, do I?
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. Oh, then you must be related to Antonio Banderas.
Hello, I'm Tonio Banderas'
Yeah.
cousin.
Yeah. According to Sam, you should be.
Black Tonio Banderas.
You're Black Tonio. I like it. So either we've lost them because of Skype, or you guys there?
Oh, I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
I was looking up hot pictures of Penelope Cruz to send to you.
Oh, go for
Be
it.
very careful.
Yeah, hey, go for it. But,
She's been nude in many movies.
well,
Just to
good for her.
warn you. Yeah.
That's okay. That's why, like, if I wanted to watch Matthew McConaughey hang out with a hot girl, I'll watch that really bad Fool's Gold movie because Kate Hudson did that in a bikini. Then 90% of the movie, and I find her immensely attractive. So,
Yep.
That's okay. I'll just take my shirt off there too.
yeah, he does. He spends most of the movie. Kevin Hart is in that movie.
What?
Before Kevin Hart was Kevin Hart, but he's in that movie.
What was he, like a janitor or something there?
No, he's like a henchman to the bad guy that Matthew McConaughey owes money to.
What a horrible henchman. The bumbling henchman?
Kinda.
Yeah.
Or he runs
like-
his mouth
like-
way too much and can never.
Instead of Paul Blart Mall Cop, it's like Stan Glaw, henchman for hire.
Are you having trouble speaking tonight? Is that what we're hearing? Has Pokemon ruined you so much that?
Anyway, so are you okay, Sam?
That's not a thing to do. You need to put that on our Facebook since you're so mean.
I'm not doing that.
Sean sent me a picture of.
I don't know what you're talking about. So anyway,
It says my face looks like a foot.
Technology. How
Okay,
lovely.
so where were we?
actually, in that picture, she looks very
Sahara.
lovely. Sahara. So,
Your mama.
so Andrew, I'm just curious. So what other than Matthew McConaughey you don't like? Which, by the way, his mustache was really awful and kind of weirding me out a little bit.
It was like it looked like pube hairs on his face.
It looked like he might have pooped and just something terrible happened.
Like, I was trying to explain it to a coworker today what it actually looked like, and I said,
2 girls, 1 cup.
ooh.
Oh.
I said it's basically like he shaved his face except his mustache for like 5 days, and then let the rest of it grow out for the next 5 days. So he had this slightly darker mustache thing happening, and for whatever reason, it never bothered me before in the viewings previous. By the way, I've seen this movie probably 8 or 10 times, and I own it on DVD.
Which is a phrase I'm no longer shocked by.
Right. In fact, I have to take it tomorrow to work so a friend can watch it because they don't have Netflix, but they want to listen to the podcast, so I'm letting them borrow it.
Oh, this person must obviously be Amish.
What? No, there are still people in the world that don't do Netflix, which is funny.
And those people are terrible.
Which I just found out Netflix is going up in price. So it's going up to $9, $9.99 an hour. An hour? $9.99 a month.
Hi, my name is Netflix. Can I take your order?
Right? Yeah, $9.99 an hour. Yeah, it's more than I made at Carowinds.
Dude,
Seriously.
it's like labor law.
So we're going to have to call this slightly less cheap seat reviews.
Yeah. We're gonna have to do another GoFundMe just to pay for Netflix. No, that's not true at all. So anyway, so other than the bad mustache and his bad acting, because I don't think he's actually a very good actor in this movie, what didn't you like about the movie, Andrew?
I don't know. It was just really cheesy, and everything that happened I saw coming.
Yeah.
When he met the guy in Legos.
Oh, that's why your avatar is Legos. Okay.
Yeah. I knew that he would come back to help him later on in the movie. William H. Macy I love
Yeah,
as an actor.
he's good.
Especially in Jurassic Park 3.
But
Ugh.
no, not in that one.
Nothing is good in that movie, Sam.
But
Try
I felt
how
like
you will.
I felt like this was beneath him. And that either his writing or the writing for his character wasn't good, or I don't know.
I thought he was fine.
No.
He only has like 12 lines in the whole movie anyway.
I think they should have had more of him.
Well, that might be
absolutely.
true,
But
I didn't have a problem with it. I thought he was fine. Really.
That's right. You like that, William.
I
H.
think
Macy.
honestly the biggest problem is Matthew McConaughey
Well-
for me. And it's hard for me to watch movies where there's an actor that I just don't like and turns me off completely as a watcher. As a
Sean can
audience member.
understand.
I do.
Mr. I hate Ben Stein.
Stiller.
Stiller.
I like Ben Stein. Sam, you
As soon as he said that, he's going to say Ben
oh
Stein.
man, Sam, you crack me up.
But I get what you're saying, Andrew. Wow. I'm not a big Christian Bale fan, and so his choice as Batman kind of ruined me a little bit because I like the comic, but I hate him.
Batman.
And
His
of course,
raspy voice
last
wasn't
week,
raspy enough.
and Mel Gibson, not because of his taunts per se, but I've always found him a little odd. Maybe that's why I wanted him. Well, not last week, but 2 weeks ago for We Were Soldiers, kind of wanted him to die a lot.
Oh,
Yeah, Corny did. He's like, man, he really should have died. And I said, well, he wrote the book, so he couldn't have died. Well, yeah, but he still should have died. Okay. Yeah, I'm with you there, Andrew. I don't particularly like.
well, and
Ben
I
Stiller.
can see it. There are points, especially in this viewing, where they start doing the jazzy James Bond s music, and I'm like, no, that's not what this is. And just from a book reader, it's pretty much more along the lines an Indiana Jones style adventures that they go on in the modern world.
And that's kind of what I was trying to get across earlier. I've seen this done better before in Indiana Jones, and I did get the feeling that they were trying to be kind of James Bondish, but with an idiot as James Bond.
Okay.
And Dirk Diggler just does not fit as James Bond.
I actually would have liked Marky Mark in this role. That would have been different, wouldn't it? Who actually?
Well, then who could have been Dirk Pitt?
Well, I can tell you in the trivia who auditioned for the role, but I mean, I don't.
You have to kill us.
Well, no, but Corny would have hated one of them. What? What is happening? Sorry. Too many sensory overload. Christian Bale, Tom Cruise, and Hugh Jackman were all considered for the role.
I could have seen a Hugh Jackman.
Yeah.
No to Tom Cruise.
No.
He'd have been running through the desert. And who was the third guy?
Christian Bale, Tom Cruise, and Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, Christian Bale. So, no.
No.
I don't like Christian Bale either because he can't do fun.
That's true.
I mean,
He's too busy yelling at Tex.
Yo, homeboy.
Well, yeah. The last movie that he did that it was like joyous and fun, seriously, unless I'm missing something, was Newsies. And it's a musical.
He was like 14.
Yeah, I think he's closer to 17 or 18. But your point is right. Yeah, he's a younger dude, right? So like, and everything else since then, he's brooding white guy. I don't know. Tom Cruise. I mean, he could have been in this, and he's kind of done movies like this, like that Night and Day thing that he did. But I don't know. Hugh Jackman would have been kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Because he can kind of do the fun.
But serious at the same time.
Yeah, I think I would have actually liked him. I'm trying to think of other actors I would have liked in this. I do
Bradley
know
Cooper.
Bradley Cooper.
Oh, Bradley Cooper.
That's a good choice.
I'd take Bradley Cooper.
But in 05, he doesn't have power. Like,
True.
you know what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't have Bradley Cooper and Steve Zahn. No one's watching that because no one knows who those guys are.
Let's see. When is this?
I mean, because this was a $100 million movie. It wasn't supposed to be, but it turned into one.
What was the year of this movie?
05.
05?
Yeah.
I mean, this is like those three. This is the height of their.
Jason Statham might have been.
Yeah.
But he's too cheesy. Like, he's doing movies like Crank and Crank 2 and The Transporter, I think, had just come out. I mean,
It just changed the movie, and yeah, you couldn't have Steve Zahn with him.
yeah, I don't. Yeah, I mean, I like Jason Statham in my action movies. I don't know if he could have done this. I don't know who else we could have done. I mean, I know there's probably better people.
So was it just the actor that we had problems with?
For me, mainly.
I mean, if you put somebody, say if you did put a Bradley Cooper of today in that, would it have been a good movie, a better movie?
I think it's still, for me, everything is just too
cartoonish.
kind of and too expected. Like there was no, I don't know. There's nothing that really kept my attention because even the first time I saw it, I saw everything happening that was happening. You know.
I think I saw this in the theater.
I did. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just trying to think, most action movies you do kind of know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
There's a few of them, kind of subvert that every now and then and will surprise you with a twist or something else.
Like Titanic.
Going on.
Yeah.
Like what I mean, what movies can we compare this with?
Well,
because he can't really Indiana Jones because it's two different time periods.
Beverly Hills Cop, kind of.
I guess what's the comparison? Are you comparing it to like
comedic action movies?
Yeah, is that the comparison?
Maybe. But then you got comedic action adventure.
Well, okay, sure, but I mean, again, so like you have movies like Maverick and
But this movie, I feel like it doesn't clearly define what it is. Is it comedy? Is it action? Is it rom-com? What is it?
It's a rom-com between Dirk and Al is what it is.
Actually, yes.
Whereas Maverick
still
is
a better
clearly
love story than Twilight.
A comedy.
Well, yeah, Maverick was written to be a comedy. I look at this movie as action movie first, comedy second.
Yeah.
And,
Mummy? Okay. Is the Mummy like that a little bit?
See, I would probably argue, yeah. Because and then the Mummy has a little less humor than this movie.
Yeah.
And maybe it would have only been, maybe if Brendan Fraser had a sidekick.
He had Benny.
Well, no, but I mean like not an evil sidekick, like an actual sidekick. Like if Steve Zahn was in that movie saying things, what if you were going to be exposed as the worst, defiler of mummy Egyptian things, what would you do? Run for president, like if you had that guy in your movie, it would be the same movie. So there are other movies but see, the thing is that genre of movie, for some reason doesn't translate well. Because we just mentioned the Mummy, and though it made money, it's kind of looked at as a joke, right? It's a
Yeah, but you can't take those movies seriously because we have those types of movies.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, can you take a movie seriously that uses a cannon to bring down a modern helicopter?
Yes. No, you can't. But I want to.
I know.
And that's the thing I like about this movie. And I'm, Andrew, we're going to have to disagree, and that's perfectly fine.
Yes. Absolutely.
Because all the dumb stuff in this movie work for me, and I don't know why. I really don't. I'm a guy who likes Waterworld. Like, go pee in a thing and then drink it. Like, I'm okay with that. So
that is nasty.
It is nasty. I don't want to do it. I'm just saying I buy Waterworld, and that's not a good movie at all.
Loretta would shake her head.
Well, and this movie had a lot of to do with, what was that Simon Pegg movie we watched about? It was like supposed to be a horror movie.
The horror one. Fantastic Fear of Everything.
Everything. The basement ex machina.
Yeah.
Where it had to be there to get him to, do what he needed to do.
Yeah.
There was a lot of that in this movie. They had to have the plane that was in the desert.
Dude, you could rename this movie A Series of Fortunate Coincidences.
Yes, especially for him.
Lemony Snicket's a series of...
books are all like that. And it's fun. It's just... how's he going to get out of this situation? Well, it's some miraculous thing.
Yeah, we're going to light these cigars, and they're going to explode the gas tank at the precise moment that the two boats go by, so it knocks the boats off.
Yeah, and when I watched that scene in particular, I thought that would never work. This would never happen. There's no way that this would be timed perfectly. The Mythbusters have even proven that you can't throw a cigarette at gasoline and it makes something explode. I mean, this is, I don't know.
Yeah, I guess.
No, it's an action movie trope.
Yeah. Oh, it is. Oh, this movie is
everything.
Full of them.
Any movie that Steven Seagal was in had things like this in it.
Yeah. I mean,
but and along the same lines too, the gun that was shooting at the boat would have completely chewed that thing up. There was no ducking from,
a 50 caliber machine gun. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
same thing with the car that they were in, or even the battleship that, what do we call it?
Yeah.
The SS
Texas.
Texas, yeah.
Or the CSA Texas, whatever it was called.
CSA Texas.
Yeah, whatever it was. The Texas, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the joke, but again, that's the punchline. The whole movie is just a series of gags and punchlines. This boat's got 6 feet of wood and 15 feet of steel. Nothing's getting through that. They all get shot at. Oh, he's got armor-piercing bullets. Like, it's a gag, right? So the whole movie is basically like an episode of the A-Team, right? Like, no one's ever really in danger. I mean, they do build an airplane from the desert with a thing of tools that I bet you 100 that there's tools in that. Why would there be tools in there? But there were. Yeah. And then you have that cool scene with them playing Steppenwolf. I'm really bad with rock.
Yes. Magic Carpet Ride.
Right. So.
Well, I love the music.
Oh, the soundtrack is the score and the soundtrack.
You talk about $100 million movie. I bet you they spent a lot on rights.
It actually wasn't. Mm-hmm. It actually wasn't. We'll go into the trivia about why the budget ballooned, but I'm actually going to go argue against what Andrew said. Now, Sam, to your point too, you've read the books. I haven't.
Yes.
I didn't even know it was a Clive Cussler book until this viewing.
Oh, really? Okay.
I didn't know who he was back in 2005.
I need to let you borrow some because I think you'd like them.
I probably would. They sound. If I like this movie, then probably it would.
They're great. I would consider it like a beach book.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
But I liked the score. I liked the James Bondness. I liked that they were kind of doing that because think about it. At the time, 2005, we haven't had a good James Bond movie in a long time.
Very true. I didn't think of that because I'm watching it now with all the blonde Bond.
The new Daniel Craig Bond movies, which 4 of them. You have 4 of them, and 2 of them are pretty good.
When did the first one come out?
2009?
Yeah.
08?
Okay, so it's even 4 years after this.
Yeah, and then the previous one, we're going back to GoldenEye, 96.
What a great
Tomorrow
one.
Never Dies or whatever the case may be. But
we pretty much forget the ones after GoldenEye.
Yeah, the other 3 he did were terrible. They're just terrible movies, and so we were kind of missing that kind of action thing, and I kind of think this movie did an okay job at it. Now, why did it do poorly in the box office? I think for the reasons that Andrew has said.
I didn't take my shirt off.
I think there's some bad writing happening.
I hate the movie poster. I hate that poster.
It's kind of dumb. It kind of reminds me of The Mummy, actually.
Yeah.
It's so stupid. Him smiling with his arms crossed. Do it up like during Indiana Jones thing or something.
It kind of looks like a space thing.
Like they're on Dune or something.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not a fan.
I always like to go back and watch the trailer for the movies if they have it on IMDb.
That's a good idea.
The trailer for this movie is very action-packed. You would not even know there's a hint of comedy in this movie by watching the trailer. And I think that people may have been misled by it. At least I would have been had I seen that before I watched the movie.
Right. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm watching the movie, and I started watching this with one of my students, and then she had to leave. So she's like, man, I'm actually going to have to finish watching this on Netflix. Because we were both laughing and having a good time. And this is one of those movies where Andrew, if you watched it with us, you would have had a better time. You might have still hated the movie, but
probably,
but you would have had a better time watching it.
Yeah.
Like Sam kind of doesn't like The Fifth Element, but we had a good time when we watched it, right? So
I saw a picture today of people at Walmart, and it was some old guy dressed as the girl in that movie with the strips of.
Oh my gosh! Really, the orange things.
Oh my god, it was hilarious. It was so horrible. Lord!
I saw a girl dressed up today at work like Sailor Moon.
Was she catching Pokemon?
No, she was handing out flyers, but it was really weird, and it kind of freaked me out a little bit.
Is it an anime festival?
No, I don't really know what it was. Here,
was she with the Navy?
Huh? Yeah, I don't.
Get it? Yeah.
Anyway. Sorry.
Was she a student at UNC?
I have no idea who she is. She was just a girl standing in the student union dressed as Sailor Moon handing out flyers.
Not how old?
She's probably college age. I would say probably something. I mean...
Was she shaking?
Was she shaking?
Yeah, like she just snorted a big huff of cocaine?
No.
No? She didn't rub her nose?
No.
Precipitously?
No. I'm kind of sad where your mind is going right now.
Did she
It
look?
reminds me of a specific jazz director that we know.
I'm gonna have to think little TW. Is that who you're going with?
Yep.
Anyway,
Nice.
so I'm gonna go through some of my show notes, and we can keep talking about things that either work or didn't work. But I will start off with this. I really need to move this. There, I put that right underneath.
Son of a bitch must pay.
I keep forgetting about that.
Yeah,
And Joe Pesci. Ding.
Joe Pesci's coming soon. He's coming really soon, in fact.
Oh, behave.
We had a montage at the beginning, right? They're on the boat and they're traveling, and it was funny. My student, I'll give her credit, Lindsay. I said, "Oh, look, this is a travel montage," and she says, "No, they're just moving so quickly the camera can't pick up their movements." I thought that was hilarious.
Oh, by the way,
What? Oh,
it's another random person I know who does this.
Oh.
Like a Southern Moon character.
okay, thank you. I didn't know what I was looking at.
Oh yeah.
So, crap. All right. So yeah. So we had the travel montage, right? And then, and of course before that we had a super coincidence that she gets attacked on the beach, and for some reason she runs towards the ocean, where there are two other guys who I guess were part of it. It seemed weird. Like, if you're gonna have them as backup to the other guy, shouldn't they be not just on the beach talking in case she ran towards them? Wouldn't they need to be closer to whatever? Anyway,
Maybe they were checking out Mr.
Mr. McConaughey diving
McConaughey.
out there,
Yeah.
and then fortunate that he can hit him with a gig. With,
You know, the one thing that bothered me this time about that scene was that she had a lot of sand on her. And if I was being choked to death, I don't think I'd want it to be in the sand.
Okay, that's
Oh man, it's
at
really
least,
awful. I got sand and
yeah.
yeah. Hold on just a second. Just let's just go over here in this concrete or soft grass.
Yeah.
I'd rather not. The sand gets in your hair and your ears and
Other parts that women have.
yeah, it's just sand. It sucks.
oh,
Their toes?
Yes,
I
that's what I was thinking of, Andrew.
did someone complain?
I'd
a
never
lot?
want
Is
to
that
die
what
in sand because sand just gets everywhere. It's horrible.
Okay. You're not a beach person, are you?
I hate the sand at the beach. I love the water. I'll get in the water all day long, but I hate the beach.
Really?
Well, the sand must be really
there with
hard
you.
on Sam's brittle old bones.
Right. What, Andrew? What are you, a beach person? Yeah or nay?
Not at all.
Oh, okay. This is fun. Corny?
What?
Are you a beach person?
All right, first of all, I don't really like
Here it
talk-
goes.
I
Here
don't
it
really
goes.
like talking
I
about
was
it.
waiting for it.
You had a bad experience?
I had a bad experience. I was laying down on the beach a little while back with my family, and this guy runs up and he's like, "Oh, you poor thing!" Starts throwing water on me. Starts trying to drag me back to the ocean. I was like, "Look, dude, I'm not a whale.
No, an orca.
I'm
Oh,
not an orca." Jackass.
I'm actually the same way. Sam and Andrew. Now, Sam, I won't go in the water unless I have to. Unless Sarah says, let's go in the water. The only way in the world I'm going to be eaten by a shark is if it's in my kitchen, because I'm not going in his.
dude,
I don't like.
you're missing out.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Dude,
I
the-
can
the
go swimming in a
ocean
pool
is
and be safe.
Awesome.
If I were
You're safe in the
online,
ocean.
I
You've
would
got
go out.
No,
better
I'm
chance-
not.
You've got a better chance of getting struck by lightning than bit by a shark.
That's not true at all. Because if I go in the ocean, I have a higher percent of chance of getting bit than if I never go in the ocean.
And I'll be honest with you, I'm delicious.
Yeah.
Let one shark get a taste of black dude, they will grow legs and come on land.
And I will
I-
make
I
some
will-
kind
I
of
will
breathing
bring you-
apparatus and come, because now I got the taste for tuna or a taste for lion. I'm coming after you. I just
I've
hold.
spent hours in the ocean just bobbing and
No, I don't like not being able to see where my feet are.
you're just like you're such a wuss.
I mean, I'm okay with that. But you grew up in Florida
Yeah.
with alligators and other strange things that are dangerous. And
well, you
And
grew
animals
up
that shouldn't be in houses.
in North Carolina where you've got those like man-eating plants out at the beach, and
we have man-eating plants. That's new to me.
little fly trap things.
They're not man-eating. They eat flies.
I'm sure if
No,
you
what
would
Sam was
fall on
referring
them, they
to was
would
a dude sitting on the
nibble
side of
you
the
to
beach
death.
eating salad.
Right, yeah. What, Sam?
Nothing.
Oh. Are you making fun of North Carolina, the state that you live and love and all that stuff?
No, not at all. I mean, you've got
Okay.
mountains.
We do. We mean y'all. You live here. You've lived here more than you haven't, right?
Yeah, no. Yep.
Okay, so
Well, I will say that when we first came here, driving around, I was petrified. Like the curves and the steepness of the
Yeah.
hills next to the curves. I was like, how do these people
Right.
stay alive up here? So I guess it's kind of the same way.
Would you say
I-
at first you
he
were
was
afraid, you were
afraid.
petrified?
I was.
it's funny. We have
You
a
kept wondering how people learn how to drive,
corny. Nice.
and then you spent so many nights just trying to drive yourself to school. But then I can't.
Oh, I was
I'm
saying,
sorry.
no, that's pretty good.
Go.
Corny and I have a mutual friend, Dave, who worked with us at Carowinds, who works now at Disney World.
Yay.
Came from L.A. He's like a stage manager now down there.
Good deal.
He's a
Good for
anyway.
him.
He moved from L.A. where there is the only wildlife in L.A. are scorpions and coyotes. Seriously, there's nothing else there in L.A. And he moves to North Carolina and to Huntersville, and he's coming to me and he's like, "What the hell is this?" And I'm like, "Okay, it's a snake, and if it's black, leave it alone because it eats copperheads. And this is what a copperhead looks like." And like he was freaking out. He's like, "There's birds everywhere, and these freaking rats." I'm like, "Those are squirrels. Okay, just leave them alone. They'll leave you alone. They can't hurt you." I mean, he was freaked out. It was hilarious. He's like, "We don't have animals. The only animals he'd ever seen were in zoos or on cartoons." It was funny. Anyway, and he's like, "I live in the city." No, you live in Huntersville in a neighborhood. You don't live in the city. You live 300 yards from a creek in the woods, like the forest of North Carolina. So, no, you don't live in the city. You're going to get some wildlife that's going to venture into your yard. It was hilarious.
Speaking of which, my parents saw a bear on
Nice.
their property last week.
Again, I was just walking around. I'm tired of people confusing me for large
Nice.
animals.
But my point is I go in the ocean if we're all there, right? And
That's
I
nasty. You should use a bathroom.
what? Oh, I go in the ocean. I got it.
I will say I take quite a delight in going underwater and swimming up to Kimberly and grabbing her legs.
I would,
Yeah.
not you would ever do that to me, but I would punch you in the throat. I'm just saying. Because I always have to wear something on my feet, like water socks or whatever. Because when I was a kid, I actually was walking in and then stepped on a crab and it pinched me and I pulled it out of the ocean. Like I pulled my foot up and this thing was on and I was bleeding. I was screaming. I was like 8.
Dude, you were in his habitat.
Exactly. That's why I don't like going there.
And
So that's why I would rather go swimming at the pool in my parents' condo in the mountains. So
Wow.
no wildlife can get me indoors.
Actually, to be
Though there
honest,
are bears up there. But
I was like, to
but
be
not in
honest,
the pool.
the worst injury I've had is actually at that condo
Yeah,
where it took a chunk of me and I bled everywhere.
yeah, he did. He was trying to get out of the pool and hit his leg on the concrete, and
oh.
It was
actually rough.
So anyway,
yeah,
Penelope
back
was
to
in the sand getting killed.
Yeah, that was dumb.
Yeah.
sand people. Taste
Um,
like sand. Look like
What?
people.
Cool stunt? Oh, yeah. I said, cool stunt. Odds of that of working are small. I'm talking about the boat, the Panama. And I said, and I bet that sat phone would have come in real handy later on.
Yes.
You got to find a way to.
I'm gonna go touch the bud.
Thank you, Andrew.
You're welcome.
Super convenient, once again, that she went into the well when she did. It was convenient that she was able to cover up her glow stick of
Of doom.
sure, and that she was able to untie her rope. I mean, again, this whole movie is filled of coincidences. Like,
She had an opportunity to maybe scare those people, just speaking a low guttural voice. This is the voice of the well.
yeah, get the F
No,
out
have
of
you
my
never
village.
Seen the ring?
This is not a game of who the F are you.
Yeah, they've obviously not seen The Ring exactly. Yeah. The other part of that was I was watching, and I never thought about it until this moment. She dead climbed that well with an
did.
AK and shot a dude.
Yeah.
Oh, no, AK was at the top.
No, it fell down. Remember, the guy dropped it, and it fell all the way
Oh,
down.
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she deadlifted with that. It had a shoulder strap, I think. I don't remember seeing it, but I guess it did. But then when she shoots the guy, she's like just shoulder out of the well. It's like she was standing on some platform that some grip had put inside there.
The well was probably only 2 feet deep anyway.
Like the one that they were actually showing you on film as a and then then had the other one. But like the way she's standing there, like it seems super convenient. She's having to do probably a full split, to do that. But whatever, that's fine.
Penelope Cruz can do that.
Good for her.
Yeah.
Must be the extra foot she calls a face, right?
Oh, man. I love the trope of Dirk's like, all right, get out of the car, and he drops his gun, and Steve Zahn drops like 30 guns.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I love that gag. It's one of my favorites. And he looks back, and he's like dropping the magazine. He's like, what? I love that. Delroy Lindo is great. Never wasted Delroy Lindo. He was in every movie in the 90s and 2000s, and he's just not in enough stuff anymore.
Yeah, I love that one bit where they were sitting in the office, and he and William H. Macy were talking about food, and I thought you might have the sesame cake.
Oh, the sesame cake!
Oh, it's been forever.
Oh, well, I was actually gonna say it's been this is like I think our second movie with him.
We didn't do Gone in 60 Seconds, did we?
No, I wanted to.
Okay, so yes, this would be a second.
You
one.
mean this scene?
Stop eating my sesame cake!
I love it. Okay, sorry.
That was way before
I was hoping at some point in time you were going to pull that up.
I know. I'm sorry. I didn't even think about it.
WBA.
And it was
Way before Andrew. Yep.
And it was. I mean, it's in my my list of ones I keep handy. In fact, that was higher up than the A-Team theme, which I play way more. No, that was. Thank you, Corny, for that.
You're welcome.
That tease, or that setup.
Speaking of tease,
I'm trying to think of other
take my
movies.
shirt off
Oh, we
now.
did watch him in The Core.
Oh yeah, he was in The Core.
He
I'm
built
sorry.
he
This
built
would be-
the boat thing, the sub, the the vibrator that goes into the earth. What's it called?
Oh, what is it made out of?
I really hope my wife doesn't listen to this
Vibranium.
episode. No, they called it unobtainium.
I'm telling you, yeah, that's yeah.
It's kind of a joke to all Marvel and things. I still have a hard time with the gag where it was more convenient and easy to get ahead of the train, bury yourselves, and then...
Yeah, that seemed a little much.
But
Yeah.
I guess they had a guard on the back, so they couldn't come up from the back. But, I mean, Sam, talk about the sand. You don't want to get choked out in the sand.
God.
You're buried in it. And that sand probably is a few degrees.
Yeah. Yeah. No, thank you. I'm just not a desert person.
Oh, I don't think there's really... I mean, I guess the people that live there, but, you know.
If they had a choice, I bet you they wouldn't be desert people.
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
That's why they're trying to get across the moat to Europe.
Well, they scare easily.
The desert people.
Yeah.
But when they come back, they always come in with larger numbers.
Yes. I can't believe what they did to poor Anakin's mother.
I know, right? That's bad.
Yeah.
Hashtag
Yes, they deserve to die, and I hope they burn in hell.
I'm glad you said that. That may come back up with me later on.
Yeah, it will. Definitely will. That bureaucrat dude sucked. He's a trope.
Yep.
This lame bureaucrat. Best plot exposition ball ever. It's not technically ball ex machina, but I guess technically the ship would be ex machina, right? Like,
Oh,
Confederate ironclad ex machina.
yes. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that whole scene, it just seemed weird, and for the boat to just be there
Yeah.
at random.
I once again, more coincidence. It's a good thing that bed liner could be just slid off, but I'm pretty sure that the two guards would have noticed 400 pounds dropping off the back of your truck. You know, like, if you put your drink on top of your car and drive off, yeah, you might not notice that. But when a third of the weight of the vehicle just disappears, you notice that kind of thing.
Well, the roads in Africa are pretty potholed. So I'm guessing the road noise
Do
and just
you know
the
this from
jumping-
experience?
And no, because it's the desert. I'm not going to go to the desert. But
Too much sand.
too much sand. But if you watch many movies, there's a lot of problems with infrastructure within the Central Africa region.
Okay, if you say so. With that now, okay, they weren't technically Central Africa; they were West Africa.
Although,
What?
if I'm speaking geographically and not nationality, I could be right.
No.
No. Mali is not near.
I'm not saying Mali. I'm saying Central Africa.
But it's central.
But yeah, they weren't near that.
Oh, I'm sure, but they were close to the middle.
No, they weren't. They were literally on the coast. That was the whole thing, is that they were on
but
the
they
coast.
took the boat in.
They were in Lagos.
They were in Lagos. Yeah.
Yeah, well, and then Lagos goes to Central Africa.
And they built a and they built a spaceship and
Right.
spaceship.
This is not a hashtag Central Africa moment. This is just Sam being ridiculous moment.
No, right? They were on the Niger River, right?
Yeah,
In Nigeria.
In
which is-
Nigeria.
Okay, Nigeria's on the coast.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Okay, and then they went to you say Mali, right?
Yeah.
So they had to pass through Niger.
Yes.
Niger, I would say, it's about as Central Africa as you could get.
What? Okay, hold on. Okay, first of all, Lagos.
There's a Central
I think he's
African
talking about
Republic now.
Latitude.
Okay. Here's the thing. So here's the actual. Thank you, Andrew. So here's the actual like geographic thing, and I can't believe we're even having this discussion on this podcast.
Well, after the whole Central Africa thing.
So Lagos is a city in Nigeria, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And they go to Mali, which in order to go to Mali, they have to go through Benin, Burkina Faso, and maybe part of Niger. However, the complete opposite direction is where Central Africa is.
I was not talking about the nationality.
Yes, you were.
I'm talking about I said geographically.
It's still not Central Africa. It's the western part of Africa.
They could have taken a
It's
job.
like saying
So,
you're
Andrew,
literally
what'd you have for lunch today?
It's like saying Nevada is Central America. It's not.
Quarter pounder.
It's not.
Well, technically,
so
if you
tasty.
would go from north to
have
south,
I'm
Waffle
done.
sub
I'm
from a
so
local-
over you right now.
between the
from a local sub
coast,
place
the
that was
northern
delicious.
coast of Canada and the southern tip of Mexico, I would say Nevada is pretty close to being central.
You're such an idiot.
Location.
You're literally the worst person I've ever known. We're gonna start a Kickstarter to get you off this show.
Damn. Actually,
I mean, seriously, you argue for no reason. You're like my 3-year-old. You're just arguing with me to argue with me.
Hey, when I know someone's wrong, I have to fix it.
You're not. That's the thing. You're literally just
I
arguing
know
with
I'm
me.
not wrong.
You are very wrong in this case.
I shouldn't laugh at this, but this is awesome.
Yeah, this is the best.
It's like watching those videos where you watch two people fight in the street and you're like, oh, this is really terrible.
Yeah, you don't want to look away.
Humanity is awesome.
Yeah.
Is awful, but this is just
It's too good to
good.
yeah. Fist fight on the roof with no handrail makes my butthole pucker. That made me uncomfortable.
Ooh, you see that car flip?
How am I not seeing cars? Them doing that? They're throwing cars. Yeah. What? Oh, and why didn't she just walk up behind that dude and push him over? Why did she have to like jump on his back? I guess it makes the fight more intense or whatever. But
Well, generally, the Spanish-speaking people
oh my god, I wish I could mute you right now. I really do.
tend to be a little more touchy-feely.
You are now being
So
racist
when
again.
she jumped on his back, no, it's cultural.
no, it's not.
Yeah. Therefore,
I feel like you're literally the Barney Stinson of this podcast. You just make shit up and then say it in a way that sounds real, and then just hope people go with you.
I'm not hoping because I know it's real.
Like,
Are you saying he suits up?
I mean, you probably
does suit
does.
up.
Yeah. Like, there's an episode where Barney says, back on St. Valentine used to perform secret marriages. And Ted goes, this is actually true. And then he says, and his brother, Todicus or whatever, and he says, this part won't be true. That's you. You have like one sliver of reality, and then you just do a whole bunch of garbage that makes no sense and has whatever. But because you say it well,
Yeah.
it's,
Welcome
reminds
to my
me of
world.
and you've made a career out of it, teaching.
Yes, I have.
I was going to say, it reminds me of a presidential candidate.
It reminds me of both presidential candidates.
I will say that at one point, Gattoni had challenged me to come up with a business term called the Gattoni. And I had a class, there was a test question on what the Gatoni was, and they got it right.
What is the Gatoni?
Let me guess this. It's a business practice in where you say, "Hey, you're going to buy this from me," and then when the person doesn't, you break their legs.
No,
Okay.
no, it was something along the lines of command economies. So it was built into communism. Yeah.
Okay. Cute.
So,
Neat.
so anyway, back to Central Africa.
And Delroy Lindo.
No.
By the way, I'd like to point out that Delroy Lindo is going to be the thing that breaks up this podcast. Because apparently, every time he shows up in a movie,
Yeah.
you two argue.
No,
He's in Africa a lot, I guess.
he is, which is weird. I guess these are the only two that we've done of him.
And technically, when he was in the Corps, I'm sure he was under Africa at some point in time.
Yeah, I'm sure they were. Or maybe that's where he was in the desert. He was trying that thing out in the desert. Of course, it was probably somewhere in the
Actually, I
bottom.
was just gonna say when he was in the desert, he was going undercover as actually, I messed that up.
Okay.
Back up.
Sorry, yeah, he was in the movie. What was it with the Sesame Cake movie? What was that?
Congo?
Yes. He was in Mali and then had to go to Congo for the thing and then come back.
Did they start in Mali? I don't remember.
I think it's where maybe it's
I
where
had to
William
fly
I
Mason
thought they
was.
ended up in Mali.
Yeah.
That's the desert.
Well, maybe. I mean, I don't remember where they ended up because they got in a hot air balloon and they just, credits, right?
Mozambique.
They, well, no, because I remember did they go back to Zaire? Because I remember they were trying to fly over Zaire and people kept getting shot down. Because he says,
Zaire's not a country anymore.
well, it was when that movie was made.
Yeah.
Because he says,
Oh, you're talking about Congo.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm
sorry.
trying to find it on the map here.
I can dig it.
There's Congo. There's Democratic Republic of Congo.
That's before my time.
You're a bad mother. Shut your mouth.
That was it. In fact, it was.
It was a different time.
Thanks, Chad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Andrew, you really don't have to keep muting yourself each time you talk. You know that, right?
Why, I do when I eat.
Oh, okay.
Unless you want to hear me crunching in the microphone.
Not particularly.
Okay.
Or you can forget to mute yourself and then go use the little boys' room.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, guys.
That may or may not have happened pre-show. Y'all ready for some clips of this movie?
Let's do it.
The last thing. Okay, my last really kind of issue with this movie is the plan. Right? Dirk says, "Let's do frontal, assault," and the guy's like, "No," and he says, "Okay, can I borrow your car?" So that whole plan is based on the fact that A, the guards would recognize that car was the boss's.
Yep.
B, they didn't know that the car had been stolen. So it seemed like a really, not a good plan, as Tony Stark would say.
Yeah.
Not a good plan.
Because
Because what if they would have been like, wait, his car was stolen. We should shoot them.
Call it in, boys.
Right.
We have a Steve Zahn.
But then the plan still didn't really kind of work anyway, right? Because he shows up, right? He pulls the gun out, and then Steve Zahn said, "Hey, how are you?" And then the next scene is
The alarm going off in the
the Frenchman from the Matrix,
Mercurian. What was his
the
name?
Manchurian candidate. What was his name? The Merovingian.
Merovingian. Yeah.
Yeah, because she calls him Merv, right? The Merovingian. Anyway, he sees his alarm on his cool flat screen. So it seems pointless anyway. Whatever. All right, ready for some clips?
Indeed.
Yes.
Sure.
Okay, here we go. First clip. I entitled this 17 Seconds of Bromance.
Nice job, everyone. Except you, Al. What the hell? 10-ton rated winch, my friend, not a fly fishing rod.
You know what? You're thinking of the Thompson 1291, whereas you're astride a 1293. Not that you could operate either one.
Boys! Sir! Sir!
Anyway, let's just go make out.
That just sounded like a parent.
Yeah, actually it did. It kind of is, really.
Yeah.
So here's a funny thing. Sam, you having read the books, you know that his name is Al Girodino.
Yes.
However, it wasn't until this time I watched the movie and looked up IMDb, I thought forever his name was Algier Dino. And I'm like, who names that guy someone Algier? Because
he's obviously Arab.
Because he always says, the way he always answers the phone, he's like, Algier Dino. And so I thought there's always kind of a break in Dino, Algier Dino. And so I was like, his name is Algier Dino, but he just calls him Al. I didn't realize it until I was like on IMDb. Oh, it's Al Giardino.
You can call me Al.
Yeah.
And he makes really good pizza.
Well, okay, so I guess we can do that real quick. So as Sam will tell you that the character is supposed to be like a 6'4" Italian, broad-shouldered,
brushy mustache, dark hair,
right? And the director basically said that human doesn't exist on the planet, so we're gonna go with Steve Zahn.
A lot of people were kind of upset at that. But I don't know. For me, it was okay just because he's more of a sidekick than the actual, kind of like turning Tom Cruise into the Jack Reacher character is completely opposite of what the character is in the book.
There's the you can call me Al. Took a second there. Okay, next clip. What is this? Oh, this is great. So I had to edit the clip to make the gag work, but I thought it was pretty funny.
Will you excuse me? I understand you believe there is some sort of plague coming out of Mali?
We don't like to say plague.
What do you think it is then?
A plague?
But I have to warn you, it is very dangerous for foreigners right now.
I would say it's probably more dangerous for locals.
Yes, but your death would look very bad in the papers.
So that's the word plague.
Ah.
See, I all I heard was.
See, listeners, you do realize that Sam is completely insensitive, right? Like, I'm not the only one here that thinks that, right?
Sam is insensitive, and he does plan to kill you very often.
Yeah.
But,
you actually sound like a Murloc.
Well,
she is not a Murloc.
They did hire a translator for her, or someone to try to get her to speak English.
That is actually true. That in fact they did do. That is.
There's this one truth comment. All right, so what's the rest of them?
Right. Yeah. Okay. Where's the rest? Yeah.
Can I ask a question?
She's related to Captain Zeta-Jones. Yeah.
How about it, man?
Why is Rainn Wilson in this movie?
I don't know. Why not?
He serves no purpose.
Well,
other than the fact that
hold on. No, you know what he serves? He serves this purpose.
Rudy! I shot a guy with a flare gun.
Cool. That's it, though.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, wait. And also.
Admiral. Oh. I have some bad news about your boat.
like, I honestly think that the director said, hey, The Office is popular right now, and Rainn Wilson's hilarious in The Office. Let's get him to be in our movie, and he'll add some comedy. Well, couldn't somebody else have done that? Yeah.
Well, I will say in the books, he's kind of like the third guy, but he never goes out in the field. He's the smart guy behind the scenes. So that's kind of.
I'm actually really interested here. Well, why can't I find it? What the hell? Because you said, oh wait, here it is, The Office. Because he plays Dwight, right?
Yep.
And The Office aired in 2005. So I'm wondering if, like, it doesn't say. Hold on. Like, I'm trying to figure out if the season, which one came first, season 1 or the movie? You know what I'm saying? Like, the pilot. Yeah. Okay, so the pilot for the Office came out March 24th, 2005. The movie came out in April of 2005. So no one knew who he was.
Yeah.
So to your point.
Well, I guess that. Blows that out of the water.
Sorry, dude. Yeah, that actually, it was funny because when I first saw him in this role, I was like, oh, okay, maybe he's going to do action type things. And then he does The Office. And I was like, oh, I guess not. But then he has that one weird cameo in the second Transformers movie where he's supposed to be like sexy, hip professor dude who can, be mean to students and take a bite of an apple, and some hot girl would pick it up. And anyway, that to me was more offensive than this part, personally. But
I think it was fan service to people who read the books, basically.
So is that character Rudy is in the book?
Yeah.
Is he kind of like just a comic relief sidekick? Is he the Jimmy Olsen of the movie or the book series?
No, he's just the science geek. He's the mind, the real smart guy behind the scenes.
Well, then I can kind of see him as that. Why they cast him then?
Yeah,
in that role. All right. Next clip. What is this? I don't know. Oh, this thing. Yeah. Okay.
Right in the middle of Kazim Civil War.
Hey, you ever been after marlins, Doctor?
Oh, no, not the marlin story again, Al.
733 pounds, 5.5 hours in the fighting chair.
I thought it was 600 pounds.
Hey, what did you catch that day? I can't remember anything at all.
How long you guys been together?
Since kindergarten, college, Navy, Numa. Poor guy's always been in my shadow. Always the owl's maid, never the owl. Right?
Oh, when you isolate it, it's actually worse than I remember. I thought it was kind of funny, but then I isolated it and I realized that's actually kind of bad.
Yep.
Yeah.
I forgot what this is. Oh, this is kind of funny. This is more Steve Zahn. Most of my clips are of Steve Zahn because he had the best dialogue, which is kind of bad because it shouldn't be that way.
I'll meet you at the boat.
Ow. Nope. I got the check. Don't worry about it. No, I'm serious. I know, I get it all the time. Sit down, I'll get the check. La décision!
This again, because it's funny.
Rudy! I shot a guy with a flare gun. Flare gun? Cool.
I love Billy Macy on the phone in the background.
You stabbed a guy with a pitchfork. Yeah.
Like you would be able to hear that also while you're on the river driving while people are shooting at you.
Right.
That far away.
All right, here we go. We're going to do a what?
I think we need to pull a Panama! Panama? A Panama?
Panama?
You think? Really? Yeah! Really?
Somebody pick up. They're ignoring me. They're ignoring me. Everybody's ignoring me. Pick up the phone.
Take it! We're to Panama. We're going to Panama! What's a Panama? Navy thing. I didn't know you were in Panama. We were in Nicaragua. Then why do you call it a Panama? We thought we were in Panama!
I actually like that. That's funny. I kind of want to know that story. Truth be told, let's make a movie about that.
Yeah, the sad thing is this could have been a fun series of movies, and I think it could have gotten better legs on it should it have been sequelized.
Well, we usually play this game, and I forgot to. So, what was the budget? I said it was $100 million. It wasn't actually. Anybody want to guess what the actual budget was? Sam, you've already looked at it, haven't you?
Yeah, I think a little while ago.
130 million.
Andrew?
I don't know. 100 million?
It is 130 million. So.
Suck it, Sam.
All right. What was the gross, worldwide gross?
Matthew McConaughey's shirt off.
Oh.
Was it like 70
That
something?
is pretty gross.
No. Corny?
The gross? 95 million.
Andrew?
No idea.
This is why we guess.
50.
You're really bad at this game. 119 million. So it lost 10 million bucks, but it was enough for the studio to say we're not making any more.
Yeah, which really sucks because there's some really good books, better even than this story that could have been had.
I think every good friendship and Molly needs to go outside. I think every good friendship needs to have this kind of a thing.
October 27th, 1982.
Yeah, I knew you'd bring that up.
And now I have.
I like that.
Angel Lejeune, if you're listening, I want you to remember that time you ate my damn box of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Haven't forgot about that. I don't care if it's been 15 years.
Really? That's the one? I figured it would have been... In fact, I can give you a date. Hold on. Give me a second. I can give you a... Seriously.
You're talking about...
Hold on. Somebody talk about something.
My own version of a Panama.
Yeah, this is really... well, not Panama, but this is... Thank you. I was waiting for somebody to do that.
It's been awesome.
Okay, hold on. So you have one. It's 2002 would be the year. I'm almost there. November. All right. Yours is really? It was that long? Wow. Okay. November 12th.
That's what she said.
2000. Oh, yeah, nice. So Corny's literally would be November 12th, 2002. That was the day that Andrew asked me for a ride to go to Walmart. Corny was working there at Walmart in the photo center, and Andrew spent the money that was reserved for the power bill that month to buy the extended version of Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring. That's right. And he literally holding the movie in hand, having spent it with the receipt and said, by the way, Corny, I can't cover this month's rent. If you recall, that was like a $70 movie back then. I was pissed for Corny. He was cursed up a storm. His managers over there growling at him. It was the funniest thing ever. So that's yours.
Yes, it is.
So sometimes when you need a favor of Andrew, all you need to say is November 12th, 2002.
And after I do this, we're even, right? No, you were right.
Yeah, that was in fact that was the day the extended version of the movie was released.
Oh, that's awesome.
November 12th.
Thank you for remembering that.
Oh, I will never forget that ever. And it's great because I remember it for you. I don't really have one of that with me and Chris or anyone else. Maybe for Sam it would be the day you guys hazed us or something.
Yeah.
I would just have to say spring of 01. All right, fine. What do you need? Yeah.
And I'd be like, wuss.
Yeah, whatever. I already played that one.
Admiral. Oh. I have some bad news about your boat.
I kind of want to just capture that noise. I don't know why.
What if I go to my boss story? Hey, Emily, that report I need to give you.
Yeah. Yeah. You know that computer you just bought me? All right. What I think, honestly, is the best line in the movie, and it applies so much to today's climate and world and political whatever.
Preach. Yeah? Yeah. What'd you do if you were about to be exposed as the worst polluter of modern times?
I don't know. Run for president?
It's my favorite line in the whole movie. Andrew, you have to admit, that's funny.
No, I did laugh at that.
And I really hope it was ad-libbed. You know, he's supposed to say that, and then he was supposed to say something else. And that's what he says. I really hope that was ad-libbed. I don't know. I can't
I was speaking of things ad-libbed. I was really hoping the line about the coffee.
Oh, then we'll get there.
Okay.
I got that one. I got two more clips. Just hang in there. We're almost done. Okay. I thought this was funny.
Al! Did you bring any of the explosives from the Sarge? Couldn't find them. Al! I didn't have time. Al! Of course I dropped the explosives!
I love it. Because, their relationship basically is a more comedic version of Han and Chewie.
Mm-hmm.
You know? That's not how the Force works. Oh, so you're cold. You know, it's just funny. I liked it. I liked their relationship. I really did.
And that's in the books too. They're always back and forth.
Yeah.
It's great.
All right, Corny, here it is.
Are you okay?
Yeah. And next time, you go. The hell took you so long? What?
Hey, guys.
I stopped for coffee. You get a receipt? Yeah, I got a receipt and I got you one too.
You're the best.
Yeah, you know what? I'll even get you the money from Sander. Guys! What?
Like they're mad at her for interrupting them. And
Right. Like, we're having a conversation here. It was basically like Sam and I arguing about Central Africa, and Corny's like, Sean, Sam, and we were both getting mad at you for interrupting our podcast.
America.
Yeah. There you go. That's the movie. Well, that's the podcast. And time for this.
And now for some more bad news. Ready?
Oh, the only other trope I wrote was henchman willing to fight hero even if it means if he stays, he dies. Because that guy stayed on the roof to fight. No! Don't. Why are you fighting that guy? Punch Dirk in the face, get in the helicopter, and leave.
Or just go, no, boss. No, I'm
right.
Going.
Like
I'm clocking out early. I'm going home.
Like what makes him think that he knows he probably planted the bomb? So why is he staying? Just to make sure that he can beat up the guy that gigged his hand earlier? Like, it was dumb. It's a dumb thing. Whatever. All right. See, Andrew, there's issues I have with this. All right. Trivia. There's a lot of trivia. There was a lot of trivia, so we're running a little long, so I'm going to cook through some of this real fast. The cast had to have camel riding lessons.
That's what they call it nowadays.
Which we would have to ride a camel at full gallop for 90 minutes alongside a moving train. An actual full-scale model of the Texas was built for the film, but after the 1865 sequence was filmed, it was dismantled and reassembled in Morocco. The interior of Massard's, the bad guy, French dude, Frenchy bad guy, toxic waste disposal plant was the factory in Britain where the jet engines for the Concorde were tested. That's kind of cool. So Sam alluded to this earlier, and this is kind of part of why and how why the movie ballooned in its budget. In 2007, the film's full 151-page line-item budget entered as evidence in the lawsuit and supposedly confidential was leaked to the Los Angeles Times. This rare look at the detailed finances of a film, especially a notoriously expensive bomb, showed that the production, not an actual bomb, but the movie was a bomb, showed that the production benefited from cheap Moroccan labor and European tax credits on hand, but wasting the money on a plane crash that was cut and paying Penelope Cruz's hairstylist and dialect coach over $250,000. More seriously, though, it was included expensive for what were explicitly labeled as bribes to Moroccan officials, some of which may have violated the Foreign Corrupt Practices Act. So good job, Sahara, for breaking the law and spending a lot of money on Penelope Cruz.
Breaking the law.
Al Giordino is described, hi, how are ya, in the books as a swarthy Italian with curly black hair and a brushy mustache. They went to pale Midwesterner Steve Zahn. They have to write pale. That's kind of mean. The reason for this was that the filmmakers decided to put more emphasis on the comic relief. Rainn Wilson on his first day said, quote, I didn't understand how much goats urinate. Is he in the back of that truck with all them goats?
Oh, that's right.
The boat that veers off the sand ran over a $250,000 camera.
Nice.
I'm sure Michael Bay probably just said, go ahead and run it over. It's fine. Matthew McConaughey was paid $8 million for the movie. Steve Zahn was paid $2.3 and Penelope Cruz $1.6.
Well,
so when women complain about not getting equal pay,
that's really true. Yeah,
like,
at least in that case.
Yeah, definitely. And my favorite.
She did way more acting than Steve Zahn.
She did actual. Well, she was a better actor than Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. I took my shirt off.
She played too much of damsel in distress, though. But I guess she's a doctor. She's not a Navy SEAL diver dude.
I will say this: I did like the fact that while it's very obvious that those two were going to get together at the end of the movie. I did like the fact that that wasn't a major factor in the entire story of saving the girl all the time.
Yeah. I
did appreciate that.
Secondary, yeah.
Yeah, it was more about we need to save the planet from the red stuff. Matthew McConaughey substituted real tequila for the apple juice that was supposed to be in the tequila bottle.
Nice.
I think that's great.
Typical McConaughey.
All right. Oh,
all right.
That's all the trivia I got, because that's a lot, but that's all I'm going to read. So we've already kind of played the recasting game. I don't think we actually came up with the conclusion, but if we were if we were to remake it now, sorry, I just unplugged my computer. Oh crap, more stuff's falling. My whole rig is breaking. If we were going to redo this movie today, then I like the Bradley Cooper.
Yeah.
Or if we want to do more nail on the head, we can do Chris Pratt.
Save him for Indiana Jones.
Right. So we'll do Bradley Cooper as the fake Indiana Jones, and then we'll do, who do you want as your hot female?
Anybody but her.
Anybody but her. Oh, Mila Kunis, because she can actually still play.
Oh yeah.
Ethnic. Whatever,
Or Catherine Zeta-Jones.
She's too old. I know you're making a joke here, but she's too old. For Bradley Cooper.
Too old.
Or Kristen Bell.
Wiig?
Not Kristen Wiig. Kristen Bell. Yeah, she's kind of pale though.
World.
I mean, she could be from wherever. I mean, I guess she could be an American, but I figured since people are pissed off nowadays that we have the whitewash of movies as it is anyway, if the character is written to be from Spain or whatever, then you might as well get someone that maybe could do that. I don't know if Mila Kunis can do a Spanish accent, but
Si, senor.
She is lovely to look at, and I'm sure she would be fantastic. Who do we want as the sidekick?
Black Tonio Banderas.
I like that.
Say Black Tonio?
I did.
He said that joke earlier, and then neither one of you guys responded. That's why I wondered if the Skype had poo-pooed on us.
It was hilarious.
Zoe Saldana would be good for the.
Yeah, she could do that too. Yeah. I like her a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Uhura.
Which one is she?
She plays Uhura in the new Star Trek.
Oh, yeah, I could see her being a doctor too.
Yeah, definitely. Who's the comic relief?
Zach Galifianakis.
Pee Wee Herman.
What about Josh? Not Josh. He's from Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Josh Day. You know what I'm talking about?
Charlie Day.
Charlie Day. Yeah, him.
Wait, did I just school you on a name of an actor?
I guess. I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah, the one. Good job.
Is that the guy from?
Yeah, Charlie Day. He plays
Pacific Ocean or whatever that.
Oh no!
Pacific Rim.
I was thinking the guy from.
He plays.
Yeah,
he's the voice
he's in
of
Horrible Bosses.
Yeah, it's him. Yeah.
Yeah, he would be good.
Yeah.
I was thinking of the guy from Deadpool, the bartender.
Oh no, T.J. Miller.
T.J. Miller, yeah.
Yeah. T.J. Miller could play the nerd.
No. T.J. Maxx.
What?
What?
Old T.J. Maxx jingle. Yeah, I remember that.
Oh, I didn't know that was the thing. Okay, cool. Soundtrack grade. I'm gonna give it just. I liked it. Fun. The rock music was great.
Give it an F for fitting.
Yeah. Okay, F for fitting. Yeah, it was. I liked it a lot. And dude, what did the soundtrack, the score itself? He's done some good work. So good for him. I'd never heard of him, but good for him. What did we learn? I don't know. I don't know if I really learned anything from this movie other than, science and history can be damned as long as you make a good movie.
That's true.
Top 3. Oh, sorry. Wait, what's happening? Why aren't you playing? My computer decided that spacebar was no longer adequate.
World Health Organization.
Right, yeah, that's what she's talking about. In that Who. Matthew McConaughey movies. What else would we do? Well, we could probably do several other things.
What did you just say?
Matthew McConaughey kind of came out weird, didn't it? Matthew McConaughey.
Let's do Matthew McConaughey.
McConaughey. Matthew McConaughey.
McConaughey.
Right. Andrew.
Okay. Well, I haven't seen that many. I've seen 3.
Okay.
4, including this one. So I'm just going to rank them in order that I've seen them.
All right.
Because I don't like him at all.
That's fair.
But some of the movies are okay.
Yep.
The only other one that I've seen that is not good at all is Fool's Gold.
Yeah.
You mentioned that earlier.
It's not the only reason why you watch it is because Kate Hudson is hot.
She is. And so that one would be number 3. Wolf of Wall Street. I like his little Yeah, that. Yeah, the chest pounding. Sometimes I do that in class when I'm.
That's actually how he warms up on set. That's a real thing he does. Like, he was over there in the corner doing it, and Leo was like, hey, let's put that on camera. So, anyway.
And then number 1, Interstellar.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Awful.
Shut
I
up,
like
Sean.
it.
Terrible movie.
I like it too. I love it. Music is amazing.
The soundtrack is amazing. Yeah, Hans Zimmer is great, but it can still be a shit film. I mean, Pirates of the Caribbean 3 was not a great movie, but the soundtrack is amazing.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
So, anyway.
I like the movie, though.
I like it up until the bookcase.
And he's tolerable in it until then. I agree with you there, but...
Yeah.
But
I still my biggest problem still is, and again, you wouldn't make the movie if you did this, but my biggest problem with the movie is that why in the world is it easier to go through a black hole into another galaxy to live on a planet that orbits a supermassive black hole than just live somewhere else in our own solar system? How is that easier?
Because they couldn't get Mars right.
Well, you mean, but live somewhere else. But it just seems...
I mean, Mars was being cultivated by Matt Damon.
I mean, Matt Damon figured it out. If Matt Damon can figure it out with,
science and the shit out of it.
Right, exactly, then surely that, Michael Caine and those other people could do it, right? Anyway. Corny.
All right, so... Ooh, excuse me. Sleepy boy.
Yeah, that happens.
My number 3 is A Time to Kill.
Mm-hmm.
Just because of the... Yes, I hope they die and they deserve to burn in hell.
That's a good movie and kind of appropriate now.
Yeah, it is.
People should watch it.
Number 2, I'm going to go with... Interstellar.
Okay.
And then my number 1 being... Oh, where's my list? The Wolf of Wall Street. With an honorable mention of Angels in the Outfield because I didn't know who was in that.
Yeah. He plays an idiot outfielder.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the first one that kind of gets affected by the Angels. He gets lifted up. And he's like, it was like I was floating on wings.
And took my shirt off.
That was my best.
All right.
The only other one I could do is, you got any pot? No. It'd be cooler if you did.
It'd be cooler if you did.
Yeah, that's the closest I got. I'm never against it. Andrew, Sam.
Then you take your shirt
All
off.
right. I've got 2 honorable mentions to Contact.
All right.
And
Jodie Foster.
And Reign of Fire.
Okay.
My number 3 is Dazed and Confused.
Okay.
Which most of the quotes from that movie come directly from him.
Yeah.
Number 2 is Interstellar, and number 1 is Mr. Wall Street.
All right. Interesting. So I have one that no one mentioned, so this will be interesting. So my number 3, if we could break the rules of the game, I would say that Sahara would actually be my number 1, honestly.
Yeah, I'd probably do that. In terms of him on screen.
Yeah, because again, he's not very good, but he's fun. Like, I just like the movie. Anyway, number 3, A Time to Kill. Again, he's actually pretty good in that movie as a Southern lawyer. I think he's actually okay in it. And of course, Sam Jackson is amazing.
Yeah.
My number 2 is U-571.
I knew you'd do that one.
Yeah, World War II submarine movie. I like submarine movies, and I think he's okay in that. There's a couple of moments where he overacts a little too much. There's a scene when he has to basically, he knows that this kid's going to go to his death, and he's like, "You're going to go back in there and do your job, sailor." And it's a little awkward, but
Was that Jack Nicholson?
Yeah, he kind of channels little Jack. And my number 1 is Reign of Fire. I like it because it's so different and weird for him. He plays a muscle-bound, he has no hair on his head and a big old beard and chewing on cigars and screams and curses and fights Christian Bale. So,
I am interest is piqued.
Have you not seen that movie?
No, I've not seen that movie.
I think I have it downstairs on DVD.
It's actually pretty good.
It's a dragon movie.
In London or something, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
a dragon, you see.
Yeah,
and he's an American who drives a tank.
Yeah,
is that okay?
Yeah,
that sounds promising.
It's also got Gerard Butler in it too.
Well, now we're talking.
Yeah. There you go. Reign of Fire. That's your movie. So we don't have any emails this week. That's okay. We did have a tweet. From Michael Avery at Wolfie3. And his response was to my tweet, "Hey, what do you guys think about the movie?" His response was, "The movie sucks." And I said,
Thank you,
only
Michael.
because your boy is in it. All right. And his response was, "Yes, because of that, but the movie is so bad in many ways." And then I said, "Yes, but it's still fun." So thank you, Michael Avery, for your commentary there.
We're blowing up like it's Michael Bay.
Okay. Yeah, that's it. We are, as of right now, halfway funded on our GoFundMe page.
Wow. Thank you, folks.
Yeah, we are at $250.
Nice.
Out of
Show
500.
Sean that he's completely wrong by donating today. And keep
Completely
it up.
wrong in what ways?
In the ways
just in
that
general.
you disagree with me.
Oh, okay. All right, fine. I just don't even know what to say anymore, Sam. I really don't. You flabbergast me. You really do. Oh, I can't keep going like that because I got to say out of 10.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot about that. I guess I need to scroll down faster in my list.
Dude, yeah, I get to disturb this guy.
Not crap. I need to read faster. At least it wasn't Eddie Izzard this time.
This is not a game of who the F is that.
Now you're just doing it. All right, out of 10, Andrew.
I am going to go a little below IMDb, which gave it a 6. I'm going to say 5.53.
Ooh. Okay. All right. Corny.
I did enjoy this movie, but, it still got issues. I'm going to give it a 6.9.
All right. Sam?
I'm going to give it, let me give it 7 non-Bill Clinton cigars out of 10.
Those cigars are pretty nice.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, I'm going to, right there with you, I'm going to say a good solid 7 cups of coffee with a receipt.
I mean, it's not going to change the world, and it's not much different than regular action movies, but it's fun.
Oh,
it's brainless fun.
It is all of those things and more. Actually, no, it's not more. It's just those things. That's going to do it for that part of the show. All right. So again, big thanks to
Mike.
Well, why are you screaming? No, big thanks to those of you who donated to Cheapseat Reviews. GoFundMe.com/Cheapseat Reviews, which leads me to the next thing. So I guess, Sam, your outburst is in fact appropriate, which usually it isn't, but this time it is. Big Mike will be joining us next week. So Mike is a listener. He's a friend of Corny and mine as well, but he's a listener, Mike. He's emailed the show before, and he donated the prerequisite $25 or more, and was able to secure a spot on the show. So he will be joining us next week. He will be.
I'm sorry, Mike.
Co-hosting with the 4 of us.
Just the 5 of us.
And we will be doing Godzilla Final Wars. Now,
damn right.
It's not streaming on Netflix or Amazon Prime. The only ways you can watch it are either YouTube, but it's not English subtitled or overdubbed, or however illegal outlet you determine, or you can rent it via iTunes or Amazon, which is what we did.
Yes.
So, so if you want to watch this movie, I suggest you do it. I think it's worth watching. I've seen it. It basically, to give you just a heads up, it's an homage to all of the Godzilla movies that came before it. So it was made in 2004, I think, or 2005. But it's the 50th anniversary of Godzilla, and it kind of pays tribute to all of them. So it looks like
2005.
Okay, so it looks like 1966, because that's what the, I'm saying, like that's the point, right? It's supposed to look like that. So it's still people in rubber costumes fighting on, large fake sets. It's nothing
I'm looking forward to this, actually.
It's ridiculous and fun. And again, there is an English overdub, which is the one we'll be doing for clips and stuff like that. So if you want to find a way to watch it, I suggest you do. It's worth it. So Michael Antonucci will be joining us next week. Looking forward to it. The week after that, we have our second listener who donated the prerequisite $25 or more, and that's Alan Broadway, a friend of mine from college who listens to the show. He's emailed the show before too, and he has challenged us with Batman versus Superman. So,
that pile of filth.
So Andrew was generous enough to purchase that, but it's the extended version, right? So Andrew, it's only the extended version, right?
Right. Yeah.
So we will only have that as an option to view. So
I'm excited about that because I did this movie.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, having still not seen it. So it'll be fun to watch.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting. I promised Alan to go into this with an open mind.
With arms wide open.
And then we got some other stuff coming up. Yeah, I don't know what that one is, but we got some other stuff coming up. So yeah, so if you want to be part of the show, and we did have someone recently donate the prerequisite $25 or more. I just got to get in contact with him, see what he wants to do for his movie. So in the meantime, if you want to be a part of the show, donate $25 or more. That's it, 25 measly dollars. Get you on this show with these awesome people and Sam.
Oh, there you
go. And you get to pick whatever movie you want. We will find a way to watch it.
Nymphomaniac.
It's
yes.
Don't put that in people's minds. Oh.
Hey, by the way, Space Jam is on Amazon Prime. So
Space Jam.
Yes. It'll be Nymphomaniac with your mother.
I'll be out.
All right, just get out.
No, that actually sounded really wrong, Sam. Just the way you said it just came out super inappropriate.
When doesn't it?
I don't know. I've lost count. So that's going to do it. That is going to do it for us. So thank you for listening. Good night. Oh, wait, no, I need to do some other stuff. Leave us a review. You know, I've been advertising, and this is how much I suck as a podcaster. I have been advertising for 3 or 4 weeks now that we're on Google Play. I haven't registered us on Google Play, so you can't.
Nice.
So leave us a review on iTunes and Stitcher,
you, that's why.
And soon I will register you on Google Play. Obviously, I don't have an Android phone, or otherwise I would have done it long before now.
Well, I went looking for it and couldn't find it. I just thought, I'm just using the wrong search tree.
Yeah. In fact, you're like the second person that said that. Who's like, I can't find it. I'm like, well, you're not looking hard enough. Well, that's because I suck. So I'll be doing that later tonight. Visit our website. I should play the music. Visit our website, cheapseatreviews.com. Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/cheapseatreviews. Follow us on Twitter @cheapseatcast. I'm @Sean J. Allred, @Soneji, SONEJI 16 is Sam, @Johnny Darko 16 is Corny, and @J.A. Jimison is Andrew. Please, of course, send us your emails to cheapseatreviews@gmail.com. And the phone number is 704-271-4290.
Call us live. I'm kidding.
No, you can't call us live, but I mean, I guess if you just happen to call while we're recording, I still wouldn't put you on, but it could be interesting.
Don't worry, I'll answer. I'll put you on. First time caller, long time listener.
Yeah, and I'm going to hang up and listen. No, you can't. Anyway, so I'm really looking forward to Godzilla Final Wars and the Batman vs. Superman coming up. So, and just so you know, I've actually had several people send me private messages saying, hey, did you know Jurassic Park is streaming? So Jurassic Park is on the list. It's coming up.
A masterpiece.
Pretty soon. So looking forward to that.
I look forward to bashing the absolute shit.
Yeah, I actually want to just do that just to piss off Sam, but I don't think I can because it's genuinely a good movie. So
well, and I as much as I love it, there are some problems.
There are some problems, which we will go into depth on. So anyway,
dinosaurs aren't real.
Other than that part.
Hush.
Anyway, so on behalf of Andrew, Sam, Corny, this is Sean saying thank you for listening and suffering with us. Good night.